Let's go drag racing.
Welcome everyone to the CK Nationals as we take a look back on the events of June 5th, 2014 at the St. Thomas Speedway in Ontario. This year's event is being sponsored by Robert Strong Financial and Wealth Management Broker, Inc. When you think money, think strong. As we jump right into some racing action, ET3 and ET4 are entering the quarterfinals. ET1 has gotten down to the semifinals, and ET2 has already paired down to the final showdown. Let's start by checking in with the ET3 quarterfinals. And what better way to start than with the age-old rivalry of Mustang versus Camaro. Perry Guibo in his Camaro takes the win and moves on to the semifinals. Next up is Art Thibert in his Malibu, testing out a young Robert Moreau in the 76 car. Robert was a little too anxious for the win and catches a red light. Art Thibert moves on. Jeff Gifford, who's one of the few guys running multiple classes this year, approaches the line. Jeff Gifford takes the win. And Dan Pepper gets to take a practice run as he has a bye round. On to the ET4 quarterfinals. First up, Rick Spencer in his Trans Am takes on Dave Tanton in the Camaro. Both of these guys are veterans, both the event and the track. Rick Spencer inches out the win. Next, we have Sharon Arnold against Leon Johnson's pickup. Don't let Sharon and her unassuming escape fool you. She's a two-time class champion of the CK Nationals. Leon Johnson isn't fooled, and he takes the race. Art Thibert, also competing in multiple classes, comes to the line against Pat Duquette. Art Thibert moves on to his second semifinal of the day. Finally, Jeff Gifford looks to join Art in his second semifinal of the day against one of the most unique competitors of the day.
Hi, my name's Ross Babula, Dummsville, Ontario. That's a 1982 Mitsubishi. We reformed her for my grandsons. That's our Tonka edition. We decided I thought to have something different. Everybody's got gators. I farm too, and I thought that would be my unique gator. My brother-in-law, Charlie Chase, he come and picked it up, and he's into racing. He's got two cars, and he thought that thing would be very unique to bring her up. So he loaded her in his trailer and brought her up, and with the right-hand drive and the four-wheel drive, she does quite a job. And actually, the right-hand drive gets you pulled over quite often.
Jeff Gifford is a job too big for Ross's gator. ET3 semifinals, here we go. Dan Pepper versus Perry Guibo. Dan Pepper takes the round and the spot in the finals. Double class competitors Art T-Bear and Jeff Gifford have now come head to head. Jeff Gifford, a little too quick on the gas, gets a red light. Art T-Bear is on to the final round. ET4 semifinals now. Rick Spencer and Leon Johnson face off for the first final spot. Leon Johnson takes the win. No, you're not having deja vu. Art T-Bear and Jeff Gifford are against one another again. Art T-Bear seems unstoppable today. And now we get our first taste of ET1 as we look at their semifinal round. Wayne Sippos in a 59 Corvette faces off against Andy Cole. Andy Cole takes the race. Joe Passero and Hugh McGinnis line up. Hugh McGinnis catches a red light. Joe Passero moves on. At the CK Nationals, you can race in a race car, you can race in a classic car, you can even race in your daily driver. But what if you don't have a car at all? We've still got you covered. With our champion of the foot race crowned, we turn our attention back to the cars and the ET3 finals. Competing for third place, we have Perry Guibo against Jeff Gifford. Jeff Gifford mistimes his launch and grabs a second red light. A tough break for Jeff, but Perry Guibo takes third place for the ET3 class. Art T-Bear against Dan Pepper. And Art T-Bear catches a red light. Has all that time racing against Jeff Gifford rubbed off on him? Dan Pepper takes the class championship and will compete again in the overall semifinals. Now we're into the ET4 final round. First up is Jeff Gifford versus Rick Spencer for third place. Despite his luck with the red lights today, Jeff is a veteran racer, and you can bet he's not going to make that mistake a third time. And he doesn't, winning the race and third place.
I know that in ET3, we went into the semifinal rounds and we managed to push ourselves through the beam to cut a red light and foul out. And we made darn sure that when we went to the semifinal in ET4 that we had that foot brake firmly planted on the ground.
The ET4 championship comes down to Art T-Bear versus Leon Johnson. Art T-Bear crosses the line to take the class. And finally, we get to see some ET2 racing. Battling for third place is Tom Ward and Drew Buckner. Drew Buckner wins. First place will either go to the ET3 champ, Dan Pepper, or the two-time class and event champion Chris Lozon, this year behind the wheel of a Mustang. Chris Lozon wins the race and the class. ET1 Finals. For third place, Wayne Sipos and Hugh McGuinness. Hugh McGuinness wins. Joe Passero and Andy Cole will battle for first place. Joe Passero takes the win in what might be the fastest race of the day. Now the winners of each class will do battle to crown a CK Nationals champion. But to give our competitors a short break, Bob Maxwell, Ritchie Recycling, and Lally Ford have brought us some funny cars. We'd like to thank Ritchie Recycling for sponsoring Mark Horvath in his Vega, and Lally Ford for sponsoring Rocky Osek in his Mustang. If you blinked and missed the race, Rick Kopp is here to treat us to a run in his Plymouth. While Rick gets back to the line, Bob Maxwell makes sure to take a few minutes out of his busy day to personally thank our funny car drivers, Rocky Osek, Mark Horvath, and Rick Kopp. Hey, Rick, get back to the line! CK Nationals semifinals. Joe Passero against Dan Pepper. Dan Pepper catches a red light and Joe Passero moves on to the final round. Chris Lozon now faces off against Art Thibert. Art has had a tremendous day, posting a top reaction time of .0002 seconds. To give some perspective, the average person takes 1,000 times longer to blink. Chris Lozon overcomes a tough competitor and moves on to face Joe Passero for the event championship. For the third time, Chris Slozon has taken his class and the event. Congratulations to all the day's winners. Of course, we couldn't sign off without giving a big thanks to the official sponsor of the CK Nationals, who was on site to enjoy the event himself, Rob Strong of Strong Financial.
Hi, Rob Strong here from Strong Financial. Just want to let you know we've had an incredible day today, all doing the thanks to Bob Maxwell and all the other sponsors that have put on this Chatham-Kent Nationals. Being a car guy, which I am, and many people are, it's quite a privilege to be here and to see the devotion people put into racing. A bunch of nice people, without question. So I hope to be back next year. We hope to be the sponsor next year, along with my daughter Dawn and all the other sponsors.
Bob Maxwell did a hell of a job putting this thing together, a lot of work, so we supported him, and I thought I should come and support him too.
Oh, it was a phenomenal day. You know, we came last night, time trialed the car, just a quick test and tune. It was a ton of fun. Weather was perfect. Bob Maxwell did a phenomenal job of hosting this event. An incredible day for everybody. Got to see some friends I haven't seen in quite a while, and had a great time and made some new friends.
Well, it's 7 o'clock Saturday night. The Nationals have been going on for about the last 12 hours. We've had cars from all over southern Ontario, Sudbury. It's been just one fantastic day. We've given away over $7,000 in cash and prizes, trophies. No complaints from anybody. Everybody's got a happy smile on their face. It was just one great, fantastic day. That's the way it was supposed to be. That's the way it was planned. So that's all I can say about the day. It was just great.